So if you like beer and wine and generally any alcoholic beverage, then you've probably had sake at some point in time. And it's kind of interesting because we call it sake, but it's really called Ninhanshu in Japanese, meaning Japanese alcohol. And while we consider it a rice wine, it's not really a wine. It's brewed more like a beer, but again, it's not like a beer. If you ever had sake, it's pretty clear. It's not very diluted. It's very high alcohol content. And it's generally speaking, it's pretty good. You can flavor it, but it's really not a wine. In order to have a wine, you need grapes and fruits and fermentation and that type of fermentation. So, sake is kind of like that weird alcohol that isn't really definable. You can find it in pretty much any American liquor store, beer and wine store. It usually has its own section if there's a large variety. If not, it's usually lumped with wine. Sake made its first appearance around 710 AD, so it's been around for a while. You can drink sake in a lot of different ways. You can have it chilled, you can have it at room temperature, you can have it hot. I've done it all three ways. My favorite is to have it chilled. I don't particularly like it served hot. It has its own traditions. It has its own ceremonies and things like that. Like if you're a brewer, you know how in America to be a beer brewer is kind of a neat job to have. Well, it's kind of the same thing in Japan. The guy's called a toji, and he has the same level of respect as a brewer here in America would. So he's pretty high up on the food chain. The other thing that I think is interesting about sake is that it comes with like really interesting accessories, clay pots, cups, ways to drink it. You can have a bamboo box that you can pour it into. It's just a general all-purpose good drink, and it's just a very interesting thing to have. If you haven't had it before, I would suggest that you try something pretty mild. You don't need something that's flavored, and definitely have it chilled first. I think that to have it served hot is an acquired taste to it. So, if you like alcohol, if you like the taste of alcohol, if you want to try something new, definitely have some sake. If you're an alcoholic, this is even better for you because it has a very high alcohol content, usually around 20%. In fact, they usually dilute it down to 15% with water before they bottle it. But, hey, if you're an alcoholic, what do you care about that?